Houston, we've solved a problem. At least it appears the Texas city has, housing 25,000 of its homeless in the last decade. 25,000 people off the streets, moved into permanent housing, not shelters, apartments and homes. And they did so without requiring those people to find jobs first or even be weaned off of drugs and alcohol. That came after the roof was put over their heads. Joining me right now is Marc Eichenbaum of Homeless Initiatives Houston. Marc, I'm really excited to hear how you did this. And I want to ask first what a lot of our viewers might be thinking. Where did the money come from to get people off of the street and into homes?
Well, that's a good question. And, before we even said we needed money, we said, what can we do to make sure we're using the current money we have and that we're utilizing as effectively as possible? And so the truth is that Houston was able to work with its partners to move over 25,000 individuals into housing without putting any local general fund money from the city into this issue. We also spend the least amount of money than any major city on the issue of homelessness. But what we're utilizing is we're using a high level of collaboration and we're using data-driven best practices.
Wonderful. Let's talk about, though, the addiction element, the mental health element. My mother actually works with those who are transitioning between homelessness and housing herself. And I understand this is extremely complicated. And sometimes homeless people just don't want to live in a home. They're so used to being on the streets.
Well, we've actually found that not to be quite true. And so, what we have found is that the basic root cause of homelessness is the person is without a home. Now, we can go up that ladder and talk about its issues with the justice system and the education system and the poverty system and the aging out of foster care systems. But your basic root cause, they are homeless. So that's the solution right there. Is if we can put them in a home and get them off the streets and out of the shelters, they are literally no longer homeless. And what we have found is that when you look at people on the streets, now, a lot of them do not want to be in shelters for various reasons. Some of them legitimate and some of them not. But they do want housing. And we're at well over 98% of those folks on the streets. Nearly 90% of folks living in encampments do want housing. The key is housing without a ton of strings attached. If you go to somebody who's been on the streets, I myself, and said, hey, I got a place for you to go, but you got to wake up at this early time, you got to go to these classes, you can't drink coffee, you can't watch TV, you can't smoke a cigarette, and it has all these rules. Of course, the person's going to say, I'll stay on the streets. But when you offer them low barrier housing with wraparound supportive services, then folks say yes. And the bigger piece is not only do they say yes to going to being housed, but they stay housed. And that is the key.
And how do they stay housed? Because I don't know that you answered so many questions in that answer there, but I didn't hear you address the mental health element, which is a huge component to this. And if you want to stay in a house, but your mind is playing tricks on you, or you're on a certain level of drugs where you don't have a sense of reality, it can be hard. It can be hard to maintain a job. It can be hard to maintain home life.
You're right. So the vast majority of individuals experiencing homelessness, can stably be housed. Here's the thing. Your next door neighbor might be suffering from a mental illness or substance abuse issue. You just don't know about it because it's happening in the confines of their own home, because they have walls to be able to basically to have privacy where that happens. So there are millions of Americans suffering from behavioral health challenges who are also stably housed. And no difference for individuals who are homeless. The number one reason for homelessness is a loss of income. And a lot of individuals end up developing behavioral health issues once they become homeless. But we can house many people, most of the folks suffering from those substance abuse issues you mentioned or from those mental health issues can be stably housed, and they stay housed. There is a small percentage that does need an extra care and an extra level of services, and we're working on that and helping stabilize them before we house them. But the vast majority of it housing alone with wraparound services tailored to their needs ends up being more successful.
Marc Eichenbaum from Homeless Initiatives Houston. I know we're out of time. I apologize, but I would love to talk to you for an hour because this is such an important issue, and so many cities are seeing an increase in homelessness, and would love to see this program duplicated across the country should it be so successful. Thank you, and continued success.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.